going on, guys? Welcome to the first episode of the Give and Go podcast. I'm your host, Rishon Bates, and I'd like to introduce you to my guests. Talk to the people.
I'm Steve.
I'm Joe Makar.
On this episode, we're going to talk about the trade deadline first. So, guys, opinions on that?
I thought it was definitely a more active trade deadline than I expected. Coming into this, Woj had said that, don't expect a lot of big deals, and then come 1, 2 o'clock yesterday when teams are trying to leverage all the assets they can before the playoffs, I thought we saw a lot more deals than expected and contenders trying to put themselves over the top.
Yo, you're really Woes Jr., big bro. But, I mean, it was interesting seeing, things get shaken up from, a viewer's aspect, I guess. I don't know. I like what Golden State did with Andrew Wiggins. I think once Steph and Clay come back, they're going to be a little dangerous team in the West.
You think he's not going to be lazy?
I mean, when you
– he's got history.
All right, I'll go back to what Kevin Durant was saying when he was there. So, there was a video of Kevin Durant speaking, and he said that when he was around Steph and Clay, when you're around all that greatness, bro, it motivates you to be better. You feel me? So, in essence, he was talking about after the game or before games and at practice and everything, he would look over and he would see Steph and Clay shooting. And, everybody at Golden State, there was, a line at the baskets to shoot after practice. You know what I'm saying? So, when they shoot and they all looking at the other baskets because they're competing. Yeah. You feel me? It's a competitive nature. Exactly. And, I don't know, all that greatness, he said, he just made him want to get better. And that's why, I feel like Andrew Wiggins is going.
I mean, Wiggs, he's not bad at all. He's averaging averaging 24 games?
Yeah, he's
24 points?
He's having a solid year.
Potential.
Exactly.
He's having a solid year.
Yeah. I think the biggest trade for me was the Drummond trade because that came out of nowhere. No one was expecting that, man.
Can honestly say I did not expect that Drummond trade.
Cleveland's still not going to win no games.
They literally they sent him out there to die. Literally, for what reason? How you go from the second worst city to the first worst city? It's crazy.
And I think one interesting thing to me about that Drummond trade was what they got in return. So, for example, when I saw Cleveland is finalizing a trade for Andre Drummond, my friend sent me a text. He goes, "I guarantee you, Sexton or Garland, one of them is on their way to Detroit." And then we get the notification on the way for Brandon Knight, John Henson, and the lesser of a second-round pick.
They traded him for a bag of chips.
I couldn't believe what I was hearing.
A bag of Fritos.
Now, you know who got traded for a bag of Fritos? Ooh. Marcus Morris.
No, he really did. Yo, the Clippers finesse.
The Lakers wanted they wanted everybody from the Lakers.
They did.
You know what I'm saying?
Really, not giving up Kuz.
Even though he's playing like trash, but
yeah. The Knicks said to the Lakers, "We want Kuzma and Danny Green."
You're bugging.
Yet they go to the Clippers. Yeah, we'll take Harkless and pick 27.
I thought they were gonna at least take Shamit. Bro. Yeah, I thought they were gonna take Shamit and someone else. I think they asked for Trez and Shamit for Morris.
They did.
How do you end up with Mo Harkless? That don't make no sense.
Mo Harkless be hooping. Low key.
Not like Morris.
Yeah, you right.
Kidding me, bro?
Right, bro, they literally collected all 6 Infinity Stones with this. Let's listen. They got Kawhi. They got PG. Got Pat Bev. You got Lou Will. You got Trez.
You got Shamit.
Exactly, and Shamit. But he's not that. He's not as good as obviously the.
But Shamit,
but
I feel like Shamit
he's a buck. He's a buck.
Yeah.
Shooter.
I don't see anyone else beating the Clippers. I really don't. Not even LA.
Here's the thing about that: the Clippers were my preseason pick to win the title, and I know a lot of people are saying, "Oh, people are overrating Marcus Morris."
He's not.
I think he's the move that puts them over.
He's averaging 20 for the Knicks. I mean, it's the Knicks, obviously, but he's averaging 20.
He's shown us he's very capable of getting buckets.
Marcus Morris is just another goon for the Clippers.
They have a team full of goons.
That's another thing. They have this tough team that's not afraid to back off to anyone.
Exactly. And for real, bro, their bench is straight goons.
They're 10 deep.
How many teams can you say 3 players on your bench gonna give you 30 tonight?
Exactly. The thing is though that separates them between the Lakers is that they have 4 people who can create their own shot. They got Kawhi, Paul George, Lou Will, and now Morris. They only Braun and AD can get their own shot on the Lakers. Honestly.
Man, if they end up signing Darren Collison, I don't know.
They're still not beating the Clippers. I'm sorry. They're 2 stacked now.
Still, I do think that's a good step for the Lakers if they were to sign Darren Collison. We saw him having dinner with Jeannie Buss yesterday.
Yeah.
And frankly, I never thought he should have retired. He retired to be a Jehovah's
He's
Witness.
32?
Yeah. And he was going to get a fat contract this summer. If anyone remembers, he was actually one of the biggest point guard names on the market.
Why did he retire?
He wanted to be a Jehovah's Witness.
Oh,
no lie.
Literally.
Yeah. He's going to go knocking on people's doors, spreading the word about Jesus.
No shot.
Yep. You can look this
hilarious.
up. I promise you.
100%.
Look it up.
That's
Wow.
crazy.
Wanted to be a Jehovah's Witness, and
Wow.
now he's
So much for that, right?
he wants to get back in the NBA.
Man, I'm never gonna knock nobody else's hustle, man.
For
It is
sure.
what
If
it is.
that's
What it
you
is.
want- If that's what your passion is, that's what your passion
Exactly.
is for now.
So what you think about the Hawks trade for Capella?
Ooh, I like it. Throw it up to him, Trey.
Literally, that's gonna be a good pick and roll combo because you see how it works with Harden and Capella and Russ and Capella.
Yeah.
Gives them a real like rim protector too.
Exactly, that's what they need. But I don't know how the small ball thing. I mean, they beat the Lakers yesterday, so that's a good sign. But I don't know. They're gonna get killed in the playoffs. Like in the 7-game series, they're gonna get smoked.
Do they have any bigs on their roster?
Tyson
Like,
Chandler, he's 37.
Tyson Chandler was like borderline retirement.
Literally.
Isaiah Hartenstein, who's like thin as a
Who is
rail.
that?
We
Exactly.
didn't know exactly. That's your point.
He's a big man. He could shoot, but he's like, imagine like a poor man's like Ryan Anderson.
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
They got poor PJ Tucker just slaving out there, just dying.
yo, for real, bro. Like they're pros though. I feel like anybody can get beat on any given night. So,
Yeah.
like,
True.
It's just different when you
That's
got
fair.
play somebody in a 7-game series.
Exactly.
You gotta worry about.
The game slows down. Defense will get tighter.
Cause I'm telling you, man, PJ Tucker, guarding Bron,
That man-
not Bron, guarding AD.
He's 6'5".
JaVale.
He's
Dwight,
6'5",
JaVale.
playing center right now.
If DeMarcus ever come back,
Oh my
He's never
gosh,
coming back.
That team
I'm
is
He's
all
done.
big.
Yeah.
talking hypothetically, bro. Just let
But-
me talk.
I think the funny part is even though the Rockets did win that game last night, we see PJ Tucker. Yeah, he's capable of guarding these bigs, but at what cost? He's gonna
Exactly.
get his energy is probably drained each and every game.
He's
having to
turning
guard these guys.
35 and he's 6'5". That's a mismatch every time off the floor. They had James Harden doing the tip. Like, bro.
6'5" shooting guard, yeah, doing the
That
tip
don't
off.
make
That
no
was pretty
sense.
funny.
What other trades? D'Lo. We didn't even talk about D'Lo.
The biggest trade of yesterday,
Yeah.
for sure. I think that one caught everyone off guard a little.
No, I kind of saw it coming.
You saw it
It's
coming?
been in the brews for like months now.
I thought they were
I
gonna trade him in the
I
summer.
thought they were at least gonna wait till the summer.
Yeah,
honestly.
that's what I thought
Yeah.
too.
Wait, but I mean, the way their season going, they don't got nothing to lose.
Going from 14th seed to 13th seed. There's not much of an improvement,
I'm talking like both sides though. Like Golden State ain't have nothing to lose.
Exactly.
True. Golden State's gonna get a better pick now because Wiggins is certainly winning you less games than
Bro,
D'Angelo
Honestly,
Russell.
I ain't know how like that was gonna work.
Well, what?
Like once Clay and Steph come back,
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, it was. Yeah,
D'Lo
no.
not gonna work.
The only
Yeah.
reason they took D'Angelo Russell was because they saw the opportunity for the sign and trade.
Oh,
They
yeah, he's
knew
straightforward.
Durant was leaving.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
they said if we can get something in return, and Russell wanted to be in Golden State, then they said why not? We'll do it. And then you have GM Bob Myers. He's like, no, he's a big part of our future. And he said this back in July, and obviously all of us knew that he was just playing, and he never had any real intentions of like really going through a future with a backcourt of Curry and Russell. That backcourt would just like really struggle defensively if we're being honest here.
Yeah, they would get
Giving
cooked.
up like 140 points a game.
Yeah, 'cause-
D'Angelo don't play no defense.
And Clay picks up Curry's match, so
Exactly. Even if you switch, it's still a
exactly.
mismatch.
You
Here's
can't
the
put
thing.
Clay at the 3. I don't think he would strive at the 3. He's better
No.
at the 2.
You can't play out of position, and
Exactly.
we're seeing that.
Yeah.
But from that point of view, also, I do like Wiggins to Golden State because his best asset has always been like attacking the rim.
Oh, yeah,
He's
he's a
not
great
shooter.
slasher. Yeah, exactly.
So-
I be telling people Andrew Wiggins is about to get the best shots of his life.
Exactly.
Literally, he's wide. He's
And
gonna
like
be
if
wide.
he don't like play well, like that's on him.
It really is.
Like,
Because Draymond going to get in his butt. I swear to God. He's going to
Draymond
cook him
gonna go
up.
crazy on Cuz. I need Draymond to get his own stuff together first. Bro.
For real. Like, he got the backpack jump shot, bro. Like, this shit is stiff as hell.
Man, let's talk about the All-Star game, man.
Whew.
What y'all thinking?
Team Braun's going to massacre.
The All-Star game. I don't know how LeBron actually managed to draft that team. His team is
He does it every-
they
it's
let
the last
Bron
2
pick
years,
his whole
yeah.
team first.
Yes.
Literally.
Just to run this down: LeBron, AD, Luka, Kawhi, and James Harden. That might be the All NBA first team, right?
Exactly. He's actually, yeah, that is the
That
All
is
NBA
the
first team.
All-NBA
right.
first team right
That's
now.
wild.
Giannis was like, I don't want James Harden. I
Yo,
want Trey.
yo,
'cause he
pass.
gonna
I
pass the
like,
ball."
like what?
Charles Barkley. You don't want the dribbler. That was funny.
But I think the All-Star game should be fun. Like the tribute to Kobe. You
Don't
know.
sleep on Giannis's team though.
Yeah, at the end
Yeah,
of the day,
they
they're
did
all
win last year.
all-stars.
Yeah, we talking about that. They did win last year.
At the end of the day, they all making millions more than I'm making, so it should be entertaining.
Should.
Hopefully.
What about the rookie sophomore game, whatever?
Rising Stars Challenge. I think it's
Yeah.
gonna be exciting this year. I mean, they got Zion in it. You know, it's just for like showtime. The man just came back. I'm not saying he doesn't deserve it because
No.
obviously he's the most highly scouted rookie.
Obviously,
But you know they're just throwing him in that game for ratings.
bro.
I
Jackson Hayes was
love
talking crazy.
Zion, but I hate social media.
I do too.
I truly hate it because
Why?
like I don't want to see the same high.
I
I don't want to
agree.
see the same regular two-handed dunk.
You
Like,
see it 9 times.
Nine
You know
times.
what I mean? It's a
Oh,
good
you're
dunk.
right,
Rolling on my timeline.
Yeah,
like,
literally, Bleacher Report, him, Braun. It's,
bro.
Alex Caruso,
Yeah, little Alex Caruso in there, like maybe a little,
Zion,
maybe a little Giannis.
LaMelo.
Exactly.
They have certain players they just gravitate
Yeah,
towards
I
and they
might as
never
well-
get
I
off.
might as well just add Bleacher Report.
Might as well, right?
But I mean, nah.
Should be fun. So let's talk about what's his face, Zach LaVine, not doing a dunk contest.
Zach LaVine. So I was actually at a Nets game, Nets Bulls last week, the one where Kyrie dropped 54, and my whole section started chanting Aaron Gordon when Zach LaVine was at the free throw line,
You don't want the smoke.
and then we yelled after, "We still want the rematch, though."
Zach LaVine would have won it, bro. I put all my faith in Zach LaVine, man.
I'm curious to see what Dwight does this year.
Dwight ain't gonna do nothing but the same old dunks he doing warm ups.
Bringing Superman back. Bringing
No,
the
he might.
Superman
He
dunk.
really might. I
Yeah.
wouldn't be surprised.
That'd be fine.
It's gonna be
It'd be hype.
nostalgic
It'd be
seeing
hype,
him
yeah.
in there. But I think this dunk contest is gonna be weak.
It's kind of sad how
We got-
he wanted Kobe in it, and you know.
Yeah, I heard about that. He said, I wanted Kobe in it. He agreed to be in the dunk contest, and now, like, we'll never know what he had planned. If anything, the only person who knows is Dwight at this point. He might as well share it. It's not going
Right,
to be
yeah.
performed
I
with
mean,
Kobe.
You don't know. I mean, he might use the same thing. Just like
Yeah. No.
he might
I'm curious.
He may tell Brown come out.
I'm looking forward to All Star Weekend. What? It's next week, right?
Yeah.
It's not this upcoming weekend.
Nah.
Next weekend,
Next
yeah. And you guys see that new wrinkle to the three-point challenge this year?
No, what
They
they do?
added 3 shots. So it's 70 seconds instead of 60 seconds this year.
Okay.
And they added, I believe it's 3 shots 6 feet beyond the three-point line. Each shot worth 3 points.
Okay.
So that's like 3 regular shots right
Right,
there.
yeah.
So think about it. This just benefits guys like Trae Young and Lillard who are really capable of shooting from 30, 35
Right, yeah.
feet. And for that reason, I don't know. I'm going to have to go with Trae Young as the winner of this one. What do you guys think about the three-point contest?
It's different.
It is.
Yeah, it really is.
Like
There's no rhythm.
I'm not talking. Yeah, like from a basketball standpoint, like playing wise, like the 3-point contest is different because like when you in a game, you feel me? You so
True.
worried about catching it, but like when you shooting on a time limit, you rushing your shot. You got
Exactly.
doing this,
Exactly.
that, and the third. Like it's weird. Some people that you think will out like shoot well in a 3-point contest don't really shoot well.
Yeah.
If you ever really
Yeah.
notice that.
Might take Joe Harris again. He's looking to repeat.
I like Joe Harris, but I think that last really deep
I'm
rack.
rocking with Trey, bro. Trey, yeah.
Here's the
Everyone's a
thing.
sniper, man.
It's not
He's literally
necessarily
Curry
the best
2.0.
shooter who wins every year, and we see
It's
that
very true,
because
yeah.
even I remember Joe Harris said this last year. He said it's really different having to pick up the ball from the rack and then shoot from there. Because usually,
it
think
is-
about it, in game you're getting like a pocket pass. You're getting a nice bounce pass that
Right.
lands right in your lap.
And usually your teammates, they set you up in your spot. So
You're in good position.
It's more of a rhythm.
exactly, bro. You know what we forgot to talk about? Iggy, Miami.
Andre Iguodala.
Yo, Miami, they looking
That would surprise
swifty,
me.
bro. They looking crazy.
What I would do to go to South Beach right now.
So let's see
Bro.
who they give up. They gave up. Waiters is gone.
Yeah, Waiters is gone. Thank
Winslow
God.
is gone.
Off the gummies.
Waiters might
Johnson.
not even be in the league.
Nah, he-
anymore.
Boy, off the gummies, bro.
I'm curious. They did give up some solid pieces, but getting Iggy in return, they
And
also got Jay Crowder.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. Miami's looking scary. If they pull off that Gallo move, if they got Gallinari, I think they would have came out the East. Honestly, I think they would have took the Bucks.
That would have been a solid pick
Yeah.
for them.
I do feel like they need a little more offense, and I would have liked to see Gallinari there.
I mean, they got snipers in defense. That's all they really need. You know, Jimmy's a monster.
Them young bulls.
They're dogs.
They're dogs.
What about this Heat team manages to find better rookies undrafted than the Knicks do with lottery
Kendrick, yeah,
picks every
Kendrick
single year.
Nunn, man.
Kendrick Nunn.
He was
But, like,
hooping.
Y'all gotta realize how like smart Pat Riley was with this
For sure.
situation.
Exactly.
Like he got these players, traded players, and like still managed to save more bread. Like
He's a
they
genius.
have, it's so scary because like potentially, like
Mm.
they could be crazy once the
For
summer
sure.
hits. 'Cause,
Right.
like they have so much cap space to sign like a big name free agent.
Right, in 2021.
Yeah, they're
they
coming
got-
for those big names.
Yeah, they got
That's like the
Giannis.
agency
Oh my
class.
God, Giannis,
Giannis,
LeBron,
LeBron,
AD.
Kawhi.
Yeah,
I just seen
Paul
a,
George.
I was scrolling on Instagram. I just seen a Photoshop picture of Giannis in a Toronto Raptors jersey.
bro.
He is friends with Pascal. He did want to make him his. He made him his second
That
pick
sounds gross.
yesterday.
Honestly, I want to see. This is a hot take. I want to see Giannis in a Warriors jersey.
I don't.
You know how
I gotta be honest.
You know how unstoppable that would be. You know how unstoppable that would be, bro.
Now imagine. You remember what it was like when Durant signed?
Yeah,
imagine Giannis. See, Durant gets his baskets from everywhere.
Yeah.
Imagine Giannis powering inside,
Bro,
But all
getting
that,
doubled.
that he has a whole floor. He
kicking
can
it
do
out
whatever
to
he
Steph
wants.
for
Do
three.
you know what that small ball lineup would be like?
You put
Bro.
Giannis at the 5. Honestly, you can put him at the 5. It would
and
not
he'd
matter.
still average 12 rebounds a game.
They'll be the Monstars,
He still
bro.
he averages like what? He averages 12 rebounds now.
Yeah.
30 and 12, literally.
He just had like 36 and 20 last night.
He did, and I don't even consider him, even though he's a power forward.
Yeah,
I don't
he's
consider
a-
him a traditional big.
Yeah, I think he's a 3.
He runs
He's-
the court.
He's a 3.
He
He's
passes. Yeah, he's a 3 with like
a skill set.
mismatch, yeah.
A skill set of everything.
See, that's the problem. He's too strong for other small forwards to guard him.
Right.
He's got too much power and weight,
He's too fast
You-
for the
and then he's
Other-
too fast
exactly.
for the big men.
Other
who are,
centers can't
tripping
check
over
him.
their feet. Yeah,
No one can check him 1-on-1. It's literally impossible.
for sure.
Imagine playing him in 2K.
These Euro step
know,
dunks.
bro. No,
Literally.
like you don't
Hop step
understand, bro. Like
That's why I don't play 2K no more. It's cheese.
I have not beat the Bucks in 2K yet because of Giannis.
Now here's the deal with Giannis to Golden State. What you talked about.
Mm.
I always thought that Golden State had the best package to trade for him. If you're offering at this point, obviously after yesterday's deadline, it's a little different. D'Angelo Russell and a top 5 pick.
Does not equate.
It does not equate.
no.
But in my opinion, how many better packages throw in like a young player?
you don't.
If you
The Bucks
take-
the
if
Bucks
they
not pulling the
took
trigger on that.
trade, bro.
How many better packages are you gonna get than that?
No one.
I think Russell is. If you put Russell compared to this 2020 draft,
Mhm.
he'll probably be a top 2 player. This is the weakest draft class most likely in years.
I agree. The only way that the Bucks lose Giannis is if he leaves on his own accord.
Yeah.
There's no way in hell they trade him. No way.
And this is where we're gonna see like what Giannis wants to do, because he said before, I don't like the Miamis, the LAs, the huge markets. I like being here.
Right.
And come next year, we're gonna see if he really means that, or if he's gonna pull a KD and go to another contender.
I think
He
Giannis
might-
he's too
he
loyal.
Might, he might go to a. I don't know. It depends, bro. Everything changed when you want to win.
It does.
Very true. I mean, you can say the same for Dame, but he's just bullying in
Dame's
Dame's a
in most
different
Portland right
loyal
now.
bro.
player
Like, yo,
in NBA history.
Dame, when he say he really like want to just hoop, he really just
He
want to
really
hoop.
just
He's on
wants to
like,
play
he's on a
basketball.
tear right
like
now.
Dame is really happy where he at, and I feel like, bro, like
He doesn't care.
if
and that's
Portland
good
wanted
for
to
him.
get somebody, and if they had like the space to grab somebody,
Mm.
like I would go there.
It's like,
Dame-
get,
Dame
it's like,
and
get this
CJ
man some
McCollum,
help,
I'm
bro. Like,
going.
get him some help. Like, he
You
needs
feel
some
me?
help.
Who knows? Maybe Kevin Love in the offseason. I remember that was a huge like rumor.
I don't think that'll work out. I
The-
don't know.
I'm
the
surprised.
contract
No,
is
I'm
gonna be
surprised
tough.
they didn't move him.
Right.
He's
Why are
like-
they why are they holding him hostage?
Yeah, you saw his antics in the game.
Yeah.
He's like yanking the ball at
Yeah,
his
literally.
teammates and like visibly frustrated.
Exactly.
Yet they keep
He
him on this
should
roster.
have pulled an Iggy and told him he wasn't playing.
Should have. Because Colin Sexton, he don't pass. They
I
got tunnel vision.
I like Colin Sexton a lot better in college.
Yeah.
Little fun fact, I don't know if you guys remember seeing this. The Cavs' leading assist man is Sexton. I think at one point he was averaging less than 3 assists. It was like 2.9 assists per game.
Jesus
That team
Christ.
is like all isolation
Who is
getting
it?
to the rim.
Who else is on their team?
Darius
Darius
Garland,
Garland, their lottery pick this year, top 5 pick.
Larry
How-
Nance,
Point guard from Vanderbilt, yep. Larry Nance.
who's the white boy,
I mean-
Seti? Yeah.
Shetty Osman, Tristan.
KPG? No, KPJ.
Kevin Porter Jr.,
Yeah,
yep.
yeah.
He's got potential. I like him.
Yeah, I like him.
Well, we're talking about potential. Who do
Now
you
they
think
got
is?
Drummond, yeah.
Who do you think is going to come out the East and West?
It's one of the LAs. Either the Clippers or the Lakers is coming out the West, bro.
So let's talk this.
That's just-
Let's talk this
that's just
matchup.
straight how
I agree. And imagine how much Staples Center is like salivating
Oh,
right
yeah,
now.
they're dying
Imagining
for
a
it, yeah.
Lakers Clippers. That center is gonna make forget tickets for a
Bro,
second.
it's gonna be
even
like
though
an
that's huge
all-star
revenue.
game in there. Fans
Literally.
ain't gonna know who
For
to
real.
cheer for.
For real.
Half the stadium
You're
for
gonna be
Lakers
confused.
fans, half of it Clippers
That's
fans.
hilarious.
They gonna
Can't
have to
tell
have
who's
this
the home
sectioned
team.
off. Like, yo, red and blue over here, purple and gold over here.
And for the NBA, this is great. You remember last year, 2 years ago, the Lakers were not in the playoffs. They were struggling.
Right.
The Clippers were like a fringe playoff team with like Tobias Harris as their best player.
And they still had dogs.
If
Now they
Bron
got-
didn't get hurt, they was gonna get there though.
for sure.
I agree.
They wasn't gonna make no noise, but they was gonna get there.
Obviously, they were the 4th seed before it went down.
Ultimately, I think this finals is going to be Clippers Bucks. That's my take on it.
Yeah.
Steve?
Bucks.
Tell you right now, it's not gonna be Philly. It's not gonna be Philly.
I know. I know it's not gonna be Philly. I know it's not gonna be Philly, but I don't know. I'm not really sold.
On what?
On the Bucks, bro.
Why?
Really?
Yeah.
Who do you
No.
think is going to be come out east? Miami? Pacers? Raptors look pretty legit.
Pascal Siakam, man.
I don't like the reason. I don't know, bro. I just feel like people look at Milwaukee and they see like, oh, best record, and they got all this size, so they should just run through everybody.
It's true.
But, like,
It was the same deal last year. You get a point.
But like, they still have flaws. Like everybody's beatable.
Yeah, shooting.
sure.
Shooting is their
Like,
fault. Giannis is their
And I
fault.
don't like for like, bro. You gonna tell me like, other than who said that? Other than Spencer Dinwiddie, who is scared of the Bucks?
Honestly, everyone.
You
No-
really
no cap.
scared to play the Bucks in 7 games?
In the
I
first
would.
round,
I really would.
if I'm a 7 or 8 seed, I don't want to play the Bucks. I'm trying to get that 7 seed.
Because think of it last year. I was talking crazy last year. 'Cause I thought the C's were gonna beat the Bucks. Remember that first game, game
Celtics,
one.
yeah, I thought
they
they had
clamped
that
up on them. They made a wall, and after that, they won in 5 games.
Bro,
you know.
y'all gonna stop sleeping on Boston for real?
They're not gonna do nothing.
They're
Honestly,
not.
honestly, they're
But like
they're so
they're scared,
overrated.
Like, they scare me too, though. Like,
Why?
They scare me, bro. Like, cause if Kemba go crazy, Kemba ain't hit that stretch yet.
That's
He
true.
hasn't.
Yeah.
But we know he's capable of
Bro,
doing it.
every year Kemba got a stretch when he give you 60, 48, 50, 50, 50, 32. Like,
It's true. The
Right.
stretch Dame's going through right now. pretty
yeah, you
much,
feel me? Kemba ain't give you that stretch yet. Jason Tatum
So
be
overrated.
acting
I'm
like
sorry.
he don't want to play sometimes.
He's so overrated. People love him, but he is
Tatum?
so
He is
overrated.
You're not about to tell me Jason Tatum is not
I'm not
tough.
saying he's not bad, but he's so overrated. People think he's like all NBA first team, especially Boston fans.
Well,
I gotta say,
Boston
I think-
fans are very passionate about
They
their
are.
teams. Like you can't tell a Boston fan anything bad about their team, bro.
It's true. Because once they have an opinion, it's set.
Yes.
It's
that-
solidified.
Same thing with Philly fans and Knicks fans, but they're just delusional. They're literally delusional.
Knicks fans.
Yo,
we're
Knicks
getting,
fan. You know what's crazy, bro? I used to make fun of Lakers fans like that. I'm like, yo, bro.
Them
like,
too.
Every year, y'all say y'all gonna get this big free agent, and y'all not gonna grab him.
And now it's
and
the
then,
Knicks.
whoa, they
Now
got
it's the
Bron.
Knicks. Every single year. Oh, it's our year next year. Get out of here
They
with
just
that.
keep plotting, and it's like it's funny watching like all these fans like write X's over all these players.
It's like-
First they said they're getting KD
Yeah.
and Kyrie,
Like, bro, how you go from KD and Kyrie to
Zion.
Bobby Portis, Zion, to Bobby
and
Portis,
then they said
Julius
Russell and
Randle?
Cat. That's not happening either now.
They signed 4 power forwards, bro.
They have all the power forwards.
Literally.
They're doing the opposite of what Houston's doing over there.
I
Makes
feel
no sense.
bad for RJ Barrett.
He'll be
The one
fine.
bright spot on that team.
He'll be fine.
Yeah,
Bro,
he's tough too.
Frank Ntilikina is so trash.
To be honest, bro, I haven't seen the Knicks play all year, so
Good, you're not missing
I
much.
can't.
You're doing yourself a favor.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But here's my take on Philly. I had them as the 2 seed in the East before the season started.
What are they now?
I don't
6.
know about you guys.
They're 6 seeds.
They're 6
Dang.
with some decent ground to make up.
Indiana's above them.
Without
Indiana,
Oladipo most of the
Indiana
year.
They got
always has a solid year.
They
They're
really
always
do.
like a
And
solid
nobody
4 or
talks
5
about them.
seed.
Because Sabonis is a monster.
They
Oh,
just
TJ
got
Warren's a
Oladipo
buck.
back.
Yep.
I heard, did anybody else hear that Miles Turner was unhappy in Indiana? Did y'all hear that?
I didn't hear he was unhappy, but
I
I
heard he
they
was
were
on the
shopping
trade
him.
block.
Yeah.
I didn't hear he was unhappy.
I don't know if like that was just Twitter talking to me or if like
Just
you know,
cap.
but
Yeah.
yeah, I did see that.
And here's my take on the Sixers. They just signed Al Horford for no good reason. Like I
They
remember I was
overpaid
at
him
work
too.
that
They
day.
overpaid him.
Way overpaid. That's a contract they're trying to get rid of soon, and I could guarantee you that you have Embiid. Horford is a center. He's not a power forward.
Exactly.
Why did you sign him to play alongside Embiid? That never made sense.
To stop
me.
Giannis,
It
that
didn't
was their
make
No,
plan.
that's literally the
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah.
Because
He's not
Horford,
like I understand that like he can stretch the floor and
Yeah.
everything, but like
He's shooting like
you don't-
20%.
One, he don't give you no movement. Two, y'all ain't put no shooters around your
Exactly.
non-factor point guard.
For sure. And
well,
they
not
lost-
non-factor, but like
Non-shooting point guard.
non-shooting
Yeah.
factor, and they lost JJ Redick, their best shooter.
Shoot, yeah, the best shooter. Exactly.
And then they lost Jimmy Butler. Granted, they got Richardson, which is if you're
Defensively,
losing
he's,
Butler,
he's sound
that's a good
defensively.
return.
Yeah, but he's not a consistent shooter.
That
I just
team
don't
just
like.
needs
I don't like
shooters.
Philly's moves, man.
No.
They released my man Trey Bird.
I saw that. I think Bird catches
I mean,
along somewhere.
I
They
was
just got
hurt.
2 shooters. They got Glenn Robinson and someone else, right?
And Alec
Alec
Burks.
Yeah, there you go.
Burks
That-
can get you buckets off the bench.
I mean,
those are
both of them,
solid
they're
moves.
shooting 38% and 40% collectively. I just saw today. So that might help.
I think Philly's bench for the longest time has been their issue, and I think that move definitely helps them.
I think their issue is Embiid and Simmons together.
That's
Honestly.
a huge discussion.
I
too.
honestly, I think they should shop Embiid and get some shooters.
But
They just put Ben Simmons in LeBron and Giannis situation, just surrounded with shooters, drive and kick.
do you want to take Joel?
Depends what team.
Let me tell you this. This is why Simmons and Embiid can't play alongside each other, or why the discussion is at least active right now. Because if you notice, Simmons plays better when Embiid is out
Off the
with
floor.
injury.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's because Embiid's not clogging up the lane, and Simmons could just drive inside, bully his defender. Simmons is a 6'10" point guard.
I feel like they move a lot better without the ball.
They do.
when
They do.
He's not on the
You're not
court.
waiting
'Cause,
for
like,
Embiid to run up the court.
It's hard to play. It's hard to play inside out when you don't have anybody that can play outside.
Exactly. Like, I'm so tired of seeing JoJo on, like, the top of the key, just, like, pump faking and driving. Like, hey, bro, you're shooting, like 24% from outside. Just
That always blows my mind.
You're
about
7-1.
Embiid. Yeah.
Go on the block.
If Embiid pump fakes at the 3-point line, I'm not even moving.
Exactly.
I'll live with it if he makes it.
Exactly.
Just don't let him get inside. It blows my mind. People like jump at him like it's like Curry at the 3-point line.
I would
like,
dare him to
don't
shoot.
even jump. Put your hand up.
But that's once in a while. He's not consistent.
Scout
He can
and report.
he can hit, but he's not hitting consistently. So
And then from Embiid's point of view, imagine this. Embiid gets doubled all the time in Philly because nobody could pretty much stop him one by one. He's too physically dominant. He can't kick it out to Simmons because what's Simmons going to do? He's going to give the ball up. He can't shoot it from there right now.
Simmons is going to give it right back to Joel.
Exactly. Dump it back down. They just bring the double back, and the offense gets stagnant.
Simmons plays better when they're on a fast break. He's more of a
For
fast,
sure.
Yeah.
He's a
What
transition
has
player.
Tobias been doing?
Nothing. You ain't hear nothing about Toby.
I don't hear nothing from their whole roster, to be real.
Just disappointing.
I think they'd be better off on separate teams. And if you're a Sixer fan or the Sixer front office or Elton Brand, I think you got to wonder which one of these guys is the guy we want to run our franchise through.
Right.
That's such a tough question. I don't want to be a part of this conversation.
Well, too bad you're here. But
Ultimately, I think they're not going to blow it up now.
Nah.
They're still young.
They gotta wait this out.
I'll give it
I
2 more
say
years.
2 to 3 more years. If they're not winning titles by then, I say they really decide.
All right, let's be realistic. They're not winning no title in 2
I don't
3
think they
years,
do, but we got to see. They
That's
got
what
these
it's getting blown
contracts
up.
that you can't move. Tobias Harris gets $36 million a year now, and Al Horford gets like $28 million. That's how are you gonna move
That's
those
horrendous.
contracts? Who wants those?
He's like 34.
Horford, when he got that huge contract, I was surprised. I thought he'd go to the Clippers or the Mavericks, or then my friend goes,
Somebody.
Philly signed him. I'm like, no.
Yeah, that just didn't make no sense to me.
Literally, they did it to stop Giannis. That was it. That's the only reason why they signed him.
And because Horford was the only guy who could check Embiid in the
Exactly.
playoffs.
Yeah.
Think of it. Every year, every single year, every matchup,
Yeah.
the Celtics would always get the best of them. Why? Because you got Horford on Embiid.
Yeah.
I wish he would have stayed in Boston.
Yeah.
He had no reason to leave, let's be honest,
zero.
unless they really didn't want to
I
pay him.
mean, unless he thought they was gonna keep Kyrie.
Kyrie's his own subject. I love me some Kyrie, but he's.
I wish
don't
I
know.
could sit down next to Kyrie and like really just pick his brain, bro. Like,
I agree.
Cause he be saying all this stuff. Like, whenever Kyrie be having like an interview and everything, he sounds so intellectual, but like he be saying some really dumb stuff, bro. Like, I don't know.
You keep
Like,
trying too hard.
I want to know where Kyrie head like really be at, cause
We don't know. We don't know.
Here's the thing about Kyrie. I feel like he's finally happy where he is. As much as you can't tell, this is where he's wanted to be.
And that for like.
If you listen to his post-game interviews, he loves it here. He's from New Jersey. I'm pretty sure he's from Elizabeth.
Yeah.
His family still lives here. So his dad goes to the games now with like no hesitation. His dad couldn't go to his games in Cleveland. His dad couldn't go to his games in Boston. Just because they're from New Jersey.
yes, he could have. Kyrie could have flown a real one out, man.
Well, that's true,
Don't
actually.
sleep.
He is
They got all his players. They got all the
He
money in
got
the
all
world.
this bread. He could have been on a private jet like that.
But I feel like Kyrie, and I'm obviously from a Nets fan point of view, but I agree this as like a basketball fan point of view also. I feel like he just gets misrepresented sometimes. Like, he
I agree.
says the same things us fans do, and he'll get criticized for it.
Yeah.
Like, I understand. You remember his comments, like, we need another piece or two before we're a championship team earlier this season? Nets fans are saying that all the time.
Like,
This
the
team isn't
thing
gonna
is,
win a
as a
title.
player, you can't say that. As much as it's true,
I understand.
you can't say that
And
because
it's-
like
But nah, don't
Yeah.
do that. Because if Braun was to say that, nobody
he did. No, he did. Braun did say
No,
that.
no.
We need a
Braun-
playmaker.
I
All right,
remember
but
that
like
for the
nobody
deadline.
gonna criticize Braun.
Because he's Braun.
If Kawhi come out and say it, you gonna criticize Kawhi?
Kawhi don't
if
talk.
Giannis come out and say it, you gonna criticize Giannis?
See, that's the thing about
Y'all also
Kawhi.
get that like that.
Kawhi does not get any criticism, and he'll do pretty much the same stuff that LeBron gets criticized for.
I agree.
You remember, I don't know if you guys heard this, Kawhi, when he was making his free agency decision, he talked to every team, right?
Yeah.
So the Raptors, the Clippers, even the Lakers. He told the Clippers, if you leak anything I told you in this meeting, I'm not signing here. And then he said, I'm only coming here if we could get a second star. get on the phone and try to get Paul George.
They got him.
Yet when LeBron tries to recruit a second star, you know what I mean? Everyone like turns the tables against him.
LeBron screwed himself over the first time he left Cleveland.
Yeah, he made it. He
After
literally
that,
made it.
after that, bro, everybody just had a negative perception of him.
It's true.
My man said, PSA.
Ever since then,
I'm taking my talents to South Beach.
Yeah.
Kawhi don't do that. He works undercover.
He does. He doesn't let anything
Actually,
know.
no, he doesn't. He just lets his
uncle.
brother talk for him.
His uncle.
His uncle, yeah,
Yeah,
his
his
uncle
uncle.
Dennis, his agent.
That man is smooth. He makes moves. he makes moves.
I read Kawhi still driving a '97 car, his
Man,
first car, despite being
the
a
Tahoe.
Yep, the Chevy Tahoe. You know about it.
Yeah, you read that like 3 to 4 years ago when he's still in San Antonio.
He's a real OG.
I wonder if
He
still
got a
drives
couple.
it.
He got another ring. He might be in a lamb truck now.
Bro, imagine going to the strip club with New Balance gear on.
Are we allowed to talk? Are we allowed to talk about a strip club in here?
I mean, that's what he was there. He was there.
He
And
was.
New Balance.
And New Balance.
Yo.
That is the ultimate flex. That is the ultimate
Funny
flex.
because on Twitter I saw New Balance was trending and I
Right.
was like, I wonder why. And I click on it and I'm like, oh shoot.
Dang, he was throwing New Balance contract ones, huh?
Exactly. Does he have a girlfriend or wife?
I don't
Kawhi?
know, bro.
Not
I don't
a
know
wife for
anything
sure.
about
I think
Kawhi
he's got a
outside
girlfriend.
of basketball.
Because he doesn't have social media.
I
It's so
don't-
hard
I
to
don't
follow
know
this
Right,
guy.
yeah.
And his answers to everything so vague.
Yeah, he's funny though. Love fun guy.
What are you gonna do with that
I
trophy
mean,
when you go
Greg,
home, Kawhi?
Greg Popovich was his coach, man.
Yeah,
He learned a lot.
There's a lot of Greg Popovich inside of him. Yeah.
I'm
the
just glad that
interviews.
like the narrative about him being like a system player is like out the window.
I can't believe that was even discussed about.
I mean, you didn't see it because obviously the Spurs have a system, but
Yeah.
going to going to Toronto.
Kawhi was just starting to be like that guy.
Yeah.
When he was in San Antonio.
Also, you know what else I hate?
You still had Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili. Like,
Yeah.
they was them guys.
You know what else I hate? I hate how people be like, oh, if Kawhi didn't get hurt playing the Warriors in the first round, they would have beat them. No, they wouldn't.
They would have 100% won the game. I don't know about
exactly
the
the
series.
game. The series, no, there's no way. There's just no way. Yeah, KD on the team. There's no one's beating a healthy Warriors team. That's why.
Oh, I said it from the beginning when that team signed DeMarcus Cousins. Granted, we saw how his year played out. But I said, if this team is healthy, there's no team in basketball that could stop this team.
Bro, they ain't even need DeMarcus.
Literally.
Playing
They didn't.
KD was healthy.
That's raps.
Honestly, even if Clay was healthy, there's
Yeah.
discussion that they might have won that game. You remember how
The
on fire he
game,
was?
yeah, but they would have lost in Toronto.
I don't think so. I think they would have won.
Yeah, I think
honestly.
Toronto's got a rough, like, playing in Toronto is tough. Those
Yeah.
fans, that's a real
It
home
gets
court advantage right there.
I mean, you can say that for any playoff team, you know.
No.
I mean,
no.
like LA gets crazy, Boston gets crazy, Warriors get crazy.
Bro, no. See, there's a difference between crazy and bananas. You feel me? In Oracle, they go bananas.
They do.
Like, in Toronto, they was going bananas.
Because
You feel me?
they ain't got nothing.
Exactly. Like, they was going bananas, bro.
There's no way that the Raptors win that series with KD's not being injured.
You know which fan base, in my opinion, probably one of the best fan base like in the NBA?
Hmm.
The Thunder. I
Yeah.
don't know if you guys see this.
They're very loyal.
It doesn't matter how many games they're winning a season. They have this ritual, like, before tip-off, everyone stands until the first basket, and then, like, they're always cheering on their feet. And I kind of like that they're still in the playoff hunt despite trading Paul
Yeah.
George and Westbrook
I
last
agree.
summer.
They're playing Shea.
I like what
Shea?
Shy.
Shea.
It's Shea.
Shy.
It's not.
Call him Shy, bro.
Okay,
You're
so
saying it
Gil-
wrong. But
Gilgeous Alexander.
Yeah.
Gilgeous Alexander.
Shea,
Shy.
he's a buck. He's playing great.
I like the role Chris Paul is taking on.
Yeah.
Cause I ain't think he was gonna. I thought he was gonna pull an Iggy.
I did think he was washed.
I did
Yeah,
too.
I didn't
He
think
wants
he
his
was gonna
money.
play.
He wants to be in OKC.
And he can still play.
He's having a good year. He's an all-star this year. Everyone
Yeah.
thought he was done.
I don't think.
We'll
he's
talk
an
about that.
all-star.
Snubs. Devin Booker should be an all-star.
Devin Booker should. Now here's
Bradley
something to
Beal,
monitor.
too.
Yep.
Luka has, I believe it's an ankle injury right now. They're
He might, yeah.
unsure if he's going to play in the All-Star game. Meaning, if he doesn't play,
Get Book.
if I'm Adam Silver, Booker's the one I'm giving that All-Star nod to.
Man, if they don't, they give it to someone random like.
But him and Bradley is like producing almost the same.
You saw that,
Agreed.
right? Yep.
Yeah.
27 points a game and not making the All-Star game. It's unheard of.
Literally.
It just shows how much talent is in the NBA nowadays.
Talent in the West.
Just in general,
Yeah.
but more specifically in the West.
Yeah. You about to say
The
something?
paradigm is start. The paradigm is starting to shift a little bit.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it's going to start getting evened out.
Depends. I like Durant came East, so once
Yeah.
he's healthy, that's true.
Kyrie stayed in the East. That's
Kyrie
good
stayed in the
stuff.
East. both not healthy at the moment, but when they are healthy, those are two of the biggest names in the game.
Yo, Kyrie can't stay healthy.
That's my concern with
they-
him.
I agree.
Like,
And then
the fact that he can't stay healthy, now I know why he said, yo, we need another piece, bro, because I can't stay on the court.
Right.
I feel bad for him. I really do. And, people ask me all the time, they're like, how do you feel about, as a Nets fan, like, dumping D'Angelo Russell for Kyrie? And I tell them, like, Kyrie's one of my favorite players. Russell was a young star, but the difference between the two is Kyrie needs to stay healthy. That is his biggest flaw, in my opinion. When he's on the court, he's playing hard. I've liked what I've seen from him on defense this year. He seems like a different guy, but he's been plagued by injuries this year.
But, like, it's
really,
weird, though, because every
really
time
bad.
he comes back from an injury, he dropping 40, 50.
Right. Exactly. The thing is though, like there's certain guys who are like very injury prone. Like Kyrie's one of them. Anthony Davis is one of them.
Yo, Anthony
yeah.
Davis
I think
is
Zion's
good
going
this year.
to be on that same trajectory.
I hope not.
Let's not do that to him.
Bro, can we talk about how he hit 4 threes in his first game? He
I
has
was
not hit.
watching
He's
it.
not hit a three since.
Has he been taking them?
Yes. Hasn't been hitting.
He was possessed that game.
Yeah, he really was.
Yo, he
That
was wild in that game.
that was a great. Oh, the fourth quarter was a great
He's
game.
been having a pretty solid.
He's been
game,
averaging
though.
20. Yeah.
He is, yeah.
And like he don't miss.
I think.
I mean, again,
Under the basket.
exception. Yeah.
And then I don't know if you saw that when he does miss, he's getting like half of his misses.
Right,
Yeah,
yeah.
like
as
his
offensive
first,
He cleans up.
his first like 6 games, he shot like 40. No, he shot like 60 shots or something like that, and he rebounded like
Right.
30 of them.
Yeah. That's crazy.
I still think John Moran, just because of games played, runs away with this Rookie of the Year.
Bro, Ja.
Oh yeah,
Runs away with it.
Ja's a monster.
Ja was going.
He was
Ja
wilding,
is
bro.
wild. Ja is that
He
man.
trying to jump over Kevin Love like that.
And he almost,
Yo,
that
if
would have
he
been
would've
the dunk
dunked
of
that,
the
bro,
decade if he made
If
that.
he would have dunked that,
That would have been
Kevin
tough.
Love
dunk
would have
of
had
the
to
decade.
retire after the game.
That moment, just walk out the game.
I would have been like, Coach, come on, so.
Kevin Love acknowledged it on Twitter too. I don't know
Yeah.
if you saw that. Love said that was one of the best dunks that I've like almost
That was
seen
a-
happen. To me.
yeah.
And he gave John Moran props for that.
That dude is a
Well,
stud,
bro. I don't care, bro. That's a poster in my book, bro.
I agree.
John Morant can print that out and have it like sit
Put it on his
there.
wall, yeah. Just print it out, frame it, just
Do whatever you want
Exactly.
with that, bro. Like you got it. You feel me?
To me, I've been watching John in college too, like in the tournament. His one flaw, and he's actually done a very good job at fixing this, was his jump shot. And it wasn't like bad, but it had room for improvement.
Mm.
And now he shoots that 3 with confidence.
Yeah, I was about to say he looks a lot more confident now.
And it looks fluid.
Yeah.
It's not like, I don't know, to me at least, when Westbrook shoots, it never looks like it's good.
stiff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
His jumper
it's
is
just a little
stiff.
stiff. Sometimes it lacks a little arc.
Yeah.
It's
But
weird though, cause Russ used to have one of the best pull-ups in the league.
Yeah, mid
And,
from
like,
midi.
He just
the dribble
Yeah.
mid-range, yeah.
Yeah.
like fast break, just
Yeah.
pull up midi.
I agree.
That's
Straight
the
up
thing,
the
like, I'm still not sure how I like this Harden Westbrook fit. And we're going to see come playoff
It's
time.
working. Honestly, it's
I
working
mean,
right now.
It's working, but I don't know if it's gonna be so much Russ and Harden as it would be like the small ball.
The thing is though, right now, Harden's getting double teamed on every single possession. So Russ has been going
No
crazy.
one could guard him
He had
one-on-one.
41 yesterday. He had 41, and he's been on a tear like the last month and a half.
He has.
Like as soon as like the rest of the league started like adjusting their defenses, Russ has been going
I
crazy.
just need him to be efficient.
He has been. He shot 17 for
I know
28.
yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
You talking about Russ or Harden being
Russ.
efficient?
Russ has been efficient.
Right.
Harden's another story right now.
Harden will have great games.
I mean, Harden
and
always
then-
has his stretch where he's playing terribly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he'll have a game where
Like-
he shoots like 6 of 23.
His
Like
concert
after
ticket
the
numbers.
after the All-Star break, he'll be back to dropping 16 on your head, and then
Right.
the playoffs will come and he'll disappear.
Yep.
Probably.
Well,
What do you guys think about this draft class? Have you guys done like,
I haven't been paying attention.
okay.
I
Well,
mean, nobody in this draft class has really been doing anything. I mean, Cam
And
Reddish was a
they're all hurt.
disappointment to me.
Yeah.
for the most part. But I think going back to what we talked about earlier, you really got to credit Pat Riley in finding these gems everywhere. Tyler Hero,
Yeah, he's
what a
stud.
pick that was. He was projected to go like 22, 18, around that area. They take him with the lottery pick, and they said, no, we believe he'll be like a solid contributor for our team.
Great shooter.
Honestly, another solid pick was Eric Pascal for the
Eric
Warriors.
Pascal for
Yeah,
the Warriors,
yeah.
yeah. Talk about a gem
He's
in the
nice.
second
Yeah.
round.
Other than that, there hasn't been really any like outstanding rookies besides Ja, Tyler Hero, Kendrick Nunn, Kobe White maybe.
Yo, Kendrick Nunn, low key my favorite rookie, bro.
He's
I'm
a
gonna
bug.
be real. Like
Love
not
his
that
handle.
he's like the best player in the
I don't know what
rookie
that was.
class, but Like, I don't know. I like how he play. I like watching him. Like, his swag on the court is tough.
Yeah.
I love his social media handles. None better.
Yeah,
So
that's
clever.
tough.
All of Miami, they're just swaggy. Just swaggy.
I like their team, man.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Before we go, we gotta talk about this, man.
What's up?
Who winning the dunk contest?
Aaron Gordon. Is that even a question? AG, he's coming out.
Derrick Jones Jr.
I gotta go with Derrick Jones Jr.
Really?
also,
Derrick
yep.
Jones Jr. Retribution.
He could fly. He literally
Jones
could fly.
Jr. could levitate in air.
He literally
This man literally floats.
soars.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bro, I want you. This is my homework for y'all, man. Go back to Ball is Life and Hoop mixtape and watch both of their end game dunks, bro. All they dunks.
Tell you, man, Aaron Gordon.
Derrick Jones Jr.
He's coming out for vengeance. Because honestly, I think he should have won that one against Levine.
He should have for sure.
I disagree.
You think Zach LaVine should have won that one?
Bro, he was windmilling from the free throw
He
line.
cleared a mascot. He cleared a mascot under his legs.
He was windmilling from the free throw
He
line.
cleared a
bro.
mascot under his
I
leg.
don't care,
Bro.
bro.
I don't think there's a wrong answer, but if I had to pick one, I still think Gordon deserves it.
Thank you.
But there's no wrong answer. Don't get me wrong.
He did a windmill from the free throw line. Then right after that, he did a freaking East Bay from the free throw line. What else he do from the free throw? He did like 4 dunks from the free throw line, bro.
It gets a little old. Everyone does free throw line.
Nobody
Just
was
a
putting it
smidge.
under their legs.
That's what Aaron Gordon did.
Gordon literally took a seat in the air.
Literally took a seat in the air over a mascot. They
From
went
the
behind.
free throw
They
line?
went behind his head.
From the free throw line?
Yeah.
Well, the
no, not the
mascot
free throw
was
line,
twirling.
obviously, but from the side, from the baseline. Bro, between the legs, not. Come on.
While the mascot was twirling.
What's harder, between the legs or between the legs with both?
Man, look,
both
y'all
legs?
picking the wrong light skin. That's all I'm saying. Zach LaVine won that, man. That's all I'm saying, man.
Oh, is that all we gotta talk about? Or?
He'll do it again, too.
Not many people talk about this, but the skills challenge, I actually look forward to that event.
I don't even watch it.
And,
Really?
bro, they got Pat Bev doing a skills challenge. He's gonna be one of those like
The cones,
he's like one of the codes, yeah. Like
What's that? They still... Yo, they gotta bring back... I remember they used to play horse.
Yeah.
I remember they used to play horse.
Actually,
in the
that was
All-Star
kind
game.
of tough.
Do you guys remember the Shooting Stars challenge or no? It was one
Yeah.
NBA player, one
One WNBA
former NBA player, and one WNBA player.
Mm.
And they'd shoot from like certain spots on the floor.
And then they had to hit a
and they had to hit
half-court
the
one.
half-court shot.
That was entertaining.
Yeah.
It was, right?
Because I seen all the OGs in there. I like watching a celebrity game.
I was about to.
I
yeah,
do,
about to bring
but,
that up.
like,
Who's in it?
They
this
need
year?
better people.
I don't know. A famous Los in it.
I know Stephen A's
Stephen
coaching.
A's a coach, and Guy Fieri is a coach too. He's like the
Ew.
assistant
Oh my
coach for that
gosh.
team.
Ew.
Stephen
I wanna
A.
see that.
coaching.
That's gonna be hilarious.
Wow.
I'm a Stephen A.
They
stan.
gotta
so
mic him up, bro.
I'm a Stephen A. stan, so I'm loving it.
Yo, they gotta mic him up.
Of course they gotta mic him up.
Oh my god.
Kidding me, bro? He's always mic'd up.
The Stephen A. Smith burner account. So have fun with that
Yo,
one.
that's the best account on Twitter.
I love that account.
It's so hilarious.
Stephen A. is top 5, bro.
He's top 2. He's not 2,
Not
bro.
2.
Exactly.
Not 2.
Like he used to be working. He used to be
says-
working.
Oh, I can't say that on air.
He just be working. He a dog.
He's a dog. He's
Oh.
a dog, man.
Now, I want to revisit real quick that
Mm.
D'Lo trade because
Okay.
I got another opinion on that.
Okay.
They have D'Lo, they have Cat. We've heard Russell said in the offseason the three of us are going to play together at one point. They don't have the assets for Devin
Ooh,
Booker.
you're right.
Do you think Booker somehow finds a way to get to Minnesota?
I was just
years
watching
he
a
got
video on
his
this.
contract?
Demand a trade.
How many years he got on his contract?
I
Like
want to say
4.
2 or 3.
No, it's 4.
Is it?
Yeah, he just
Oh
signed.
yeah, because he signed an
he
extension
just
last
signed,
year,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
last year was the extension.
I
for
think
that
he
2023.
don't- he
don't
It's
have
3 or
no
4.
opt-out.
Yeah, no,
nothing?
2023 is when he becomes a free agent.
Bro, they're not going. They don't have no.
They don't have
space.
assets anymore.
They're gonna have to pull a
Yeah.
a
Pull a
Lakers
80. Yeah,
trade.
exactly. That's what. Yeah, exactly.
And they can't afford that.
Because he said like a season and a half ago, I'm tired of losing.
Because every year that
Yeah.
Suns team is a bottom 2 team.
And you know what's crazy though? Like they always start off really well.
Word. They're like 6
Like,
seed.
Yo, them and the freaking Pistons always start off like 7-0,
And
and
the
then they
Magic
just
too
lose the
sometimes.
next 20.
Yeah.
Like it's weird. Speaking of the Magic, I like what Markel Fultz has been doing this year.
He
by
is,
the way.
yeah.
I do too. I
Yeah.
always believed he had potential. He was
Mhm.
never going to reach it in Philly. And it's not his fault. It's not Philly's fault. It's just Philly's trying to win now.
Yeah.
And he needs to go to a smaller market team where he's not going to get criticized as heavily.
But Philly
And-
don't look like they're trying to win now. I'm gonna tell you that.
Hey,
It's
they're
kind of
only-
sad, honestly.
They're only 2 seeds apart from the Magic now, so.
And B playing like Charmin, bro. He toilet paper soft.
That's what Shaq was saying.
Yeah.
Shaq pulled out the TV and like started diagramming all of Joel's shots and literally calling them.
I missed the game yesterday. That's hilarious.
Bro.
And then Charles Barkley said the Sixers are the Cleveland Browns of the NBA. What do you guys think of that?
He's not wrong. They have so much talent, but nothing to show for it.
The Sixers?
Yeah.
I think that roster
they got
just
talent, or they just need to blow up that roster.
yeah,
really
it
do.
doesn't mesh well. I
Embiid's
don't know
gotta
what
go.
Brand was thinking, if I'm being honest.
Embiid's got to go. He's got to go. I love JoJo. I love him. I think Ben Simmons is overrated. However, he should be the man of the team.
I
Get
don't
shooters
see
around him.
Joel anywhere else though. That's my thing.
I mean,
I don't see them getting rid of Joel.
what team needs a center?
What team wants a center?
Every team. There's no centers left in the NBA.
Yeah, but that don't mean everybody. Bro, Houston just gave up their center. So like,
Yeah.
for real, like who really?
That's different though, because Daryl Morey is just an analytics guy. He just cares about 3 and D. That's it.
And then when Morey traded Capella,
I was pissed.
I was a little surprised. I was like, I don't see why they do this, but
When
I
I heard he was on the block, I was kind of confused.
Right, check it
he's
out, though.
He's playing really well for y'all. He's doing everything y'all need him to do.
Right.
So what
Check-
did y'all trade?
Check it
for,
out.
bro?
The games he hasn't played in, they're 11-1. I didn't know that. Yeah. Yeah. So they really didn't need him on the team, despite him bringing in like 20 boards a game. You know.
Bro, defensively, you need him. I don't care what
Yeah,
anybody
I agree.
says.
Defensively,
Like,
they do need him, but like
James Harden don't play no defense. Russell Westbrook don't play no defense.
he's a fake defender.
Yeah, he's Patrick Beverly.
Now, here's the thing about that Hawks team. Obviously, they're still going to be like
Trash.
really close to the last in the lottery,
Mhm.
yes. But I think they're starting to get pieces right. So, for
I agree.
example, I think I saw they're 6-6 since trading for Jeff Teague, which is pretty surprising.
They got Jeff.
Yeah.
Then they got Capella.
They brought Jeff back.
Yeah.
They got John Collins.
tough.
They have Trey Young. They got young pieces. They got DeAndre Hunter, Cam Reddish.
Can't play.
Cam Reddish is such a disappointment.
Yep.
this year.
I think while he has been this year, you got to give maybe 3-4 years to truly evaluate
Yeah.
anyone.
Yeah.
People said D'Lo was a bust when he entered the league,
I
and I
agree.
said, how are you calling him a bust? It's so early.
Who said about Lonzo?
Honest.
Lonzo's a
I
whole different
dislike
discussion.
Lonzo.
I think Lonzo's ceiling is probably what we're seeing now. As much as people don't want to believe with me, I think his ceiling's like 14 points and like 7 or 8 assists and like a solid defender.
I think his ceiling is Jason Kidd. Honestly, I really do.
I think that was
That's very bold.
yeah. People said that coming
It's
into
a hot
the
take
league.
show. It's a hot take show. Honestly, because the thing is,
We hot taking today.
think about it though. He improved his jumper. He's
His
not
jumper-
shooting like
yeah,
this no more.
His jumper looks better
It
now.
look-
He brings the
it's-
ball up
yeah, exactly.
straight finally.
You see,
Jason Kidd, bro.
I said his ceiling is Jason Kidd.
I know what you said.
I think he can get there.
What do you think
honestly.
his floor is? What we're seeing now?
Yeah, what we're
obviously?
seeing now. Yeah.
Okay.
Brandon Knight.
Don't disrespect him. Don't disrespect him. Brandon Knight couldn't defend me. All right.
You guys see that? Someone said, after what Kyrie did to Brandon Knight
And DeAndre Jordan.
and DeAndre Jordan did to him, dunking over him and breaking his ankles. They're like the
That
nerve of
happened in
having
the
him put
same
on a
year?
Piston uniform.
Which one
again.
happened first?
Kyrie. That was yeah.
Kyrie happened first. And then
Which one's
DeAndre.
worse?
Yo, that Clippers team was scary.
The Lob City
Bro,
Clippers.
they should have
Jamal-
won in 2015. I was
Jamal
telling
Crawford
you this.
was-
Who won 2015?
Warriors.
Oh,
They-
that was the first Warriors team, right?
Yeah, they blew.
Nah.
That was the Harrison Barnes.
No.
Warriors team.
The Clippers, they blew a 3-1 lead to the Rockets with James Harden not even playing. They got smoked by Josh Smith and Corey Brewer. They went on a tear. They would not miss from outside. Josh Smith is the worst three-point shooter in NBA history, statistically.
Really?
Yes. And they smoked them. They blew. They just beat the Spurs in the 7-game series, right? Fresh off a championship, and they blew it.
Yep.
That was their year.
That Clippers team sold.
That's why the Clippers were my favorite team that
It
year.
was so
And like way back in the day, because they're monsters. I love Chris Paul. Love Blake Griffin.
Chris Paul, JJ Redick was great for that team.
They had-
Jamal Crawford.
they had Jamal.
They had
Yo,
Paul
why
Pierce
isn't
on them.
Molly signed?
I don't
That-
know.
that bothers me.
Yeah,
Somebody
that does matter.
please talk to me.
But the deadline is until like March 1st. I think they could still sign players.
Yeah.
I don't.
So I think
Who's
people are
gonna sign
tripping. if they don't
Jamal
pick him
needs to get signed to a contender, bro.
Right. They got Melo out the trap, but Jamal Crawford's riding at
Free-
home.
Free Jamal, free Swaggy,
Yep.
and free Henny Jr. Free my man J.R. Smith.
I don't want to see Jr. on the Lakers. I really don't.
You don't?
I don't want to see 2018 Finals Part 2. I don't want to see that.
Bro, for real, he'll make a layup.
I don't think Bron can handle that. That's too many.
I think Bron lost enough of his. I think Bron lost enough hair trying to deal with Caldwell Pope missing wide open layups.
Bro, he's playing good now. I'm telling you, bullying works.
Did you see yesterday's game?
Yeah.
Did he play well?
No.
No. Caldwell Pope
No-
shot like
no
two
one on the-
straight air
no-
balls.
no one on the
You wanna know
bench.
why? He heard them JR rules. He said, "Oh, Bron about to bring his wingman in, or I got
It's raps.
raps."
No one on the Lakers bench is playing well. That's why they're not gonna win. They're just not gonna win.
Here's the deal. I'm not saying Kuzma's not a good player. I think he's one of the most overrated players in this
I
league.
agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
I think people act like
he is
he's
very
this-
talented though.
Yeah, he is.
And,
Don't
like,
get me
his-
wrong.
He can get you bucks.
His role has diminished.
Yeah, obviously.
From last
When
year.
Bron and AD come in,
He's not. He's not getting.
you're not touching. Yeah.
He's not getting the same touches and
Yeah.
everything. So like, and I know he's been back for a while, but like he missed a good portion of the year.
He did.
So
And
like
you know what?
I just feel like he's just trying to get his legs back, trying
I
to
feel
get
you.
back into a good flow.
You'd know better than anyone here.
Yeah, I'm hurt a lot.
I'd love to see Kuzma on another team, and here's why. I don't know if you guys realize this. The Lakers' player development is probably the worst in the NBA. Look at all these players once they leave the Lakers.
Right.
D'Angelo Russell, career year after leaving the Lakers.
Brandon Ingram.
Brandon Ingram. Look at what he's doing this year. 25 points a game.
Well, like, can I
Career
ask a
year.
question?
All-star.
though? When have the Lakers really had to develop a player?
Right.
They're usually in like a win now mode.
Exactly,
So that's
exactly.
the tough part. Julius
Like-
Randle with the Pelicans, career year.
The only player they probably had to develop was Kobe.
Yeah.
And like,
Yeah.
That's different.
Kobe basically developed himself. So like, I don't-
Basically. And plus you had like Jerry
like they
West.
always had championship caliber teams.
It's
They
true.
always had stars. So like, it wasn't. They never
Even-
really had a young team like that. They didn't really have to worry about we gotta work you out today.
Even Thomas Bryant on the Wizards, career year
Yeah.
after he left the
Yeah.
Lakers. And
Showtime.
Showtime Lakers, but at the same time, I feel like they just don't put as much effort into scouting it. Because you know what I mean? They have LeBron, they have AD. All you got to do is fill out the roster. You
I
guys
agree.
are lucky you're in an LA market. For example, the Timberwolves,
Oh yeah.
nobody is dying to go to Minnesota.
Obviously,
I'll
it's
tell
like,
you that now.
It's like negative 20 degrees right now.
Exactly. D'Angelo,
Yeah, but-
ice in his veins. He's literally going to have ice in his
People
veins.
don't want.
It's
People don't
freezing.
want to play with Bron.
Exactly.
Yeah.
People want to play with LeBron.
No, people
Don't. They don't.
want to play
Oh, you
with
say they
LeBron.
don't?
Most stars don't.
Here's the thing. People used to want to.
Exactly.
Now they don't.
Yeah.
You remember all these guys like Ray Allen, Shane Battier?
Because they're shooters.
Yeah, they used to hover, be like, "Hey, I'm gonna go play with LeBron." Now you're right. People don't want to.
They
Like-
want his legacy. Like
Because guys who can get their own shot don't mix well with LeBron.
They don't.
LeBron is very ball dominant.
Exactly.
But that's why I think AD works well with him because
Yeah.
he just throws. You
Those-
watch Laker games.
Yes.
Just those lobs.
Throws
like,
easy lobs to AD.
That's
why he's averaging so many assists.
That's
this
why he's
year.
leading the league in assists right now.
He's averaging double-digit
all he has,
assists in
he
year
has
17.
3 big men.
Yeah.
He has three
centers.
footers. He could just go
Bro, imagine-
catch that. Go catch that.
Imagine if they had a healthy Boogie.
I don't know how that
Imagine.
would work.
It'll work. It would
I
so
mean,
work.
who's not? Dwight's not going to get no burn.
You don't need him to.
I don't know.
You don't
bro.
need him
I feel
to.
like that's going to stagnate the offense too much.
Here's the thing.
They can play 5 out.
Because
Boogie can hit. Boogie can shoot like
Boogie
34%.
can. But here's the
Boogie
thing.
he
can
was
hit.
not hitting consistently when he was in Golden State.
No,
They
no,
don't
I'm talking about
need-
when he was in Sacramento.
They don't need DeMarcus Cousins.
That was 4 or 5 years ago, buddy.
He still that was healthy, and then the first season
Yeah, he
with
was healthy,
the
he
Pelicans?
was
yeah, the
healthy
first season with the Pelicans, he
too.
was swishing.
I don't know. I feel like I don't want to see DeMarcus with the Lakers, bro.
He
I
doesn't
agree.
fit anymore since they signed Dwight. That's my take.
Bro,
because
his legs don't work no
you
more.
have
I didn't
Dwight,
feel like
you have JaVale.
he fit before that because like him and Anthony Davis is low key like the same type of player, but DeMarcus Cousins is like a lot more tougher than Anthony Davis, bro. It's like
Anthony Davis better defensively.
no,
Like, they're not the
I'm
same.
not saying like they're identical.
Like on the
You
offensive
know what
side.
I'm saying?
of
Like
the ball. Yeah.
offensively.
Oh
bro,
yeah,
like,
for sure. Yeah, I got you.
Like all right, offensively, Anthony Davis is gonna go catch lobs. He can do everything. You
Right.
feel me? But like DeMarcus Cousins, when he gets on the ball, he really got to post up,
Yeah.
face up. Like when he get the ball, he ain't passing that.
Very true. Actually,
Like,
no. That's actually false.
I mean,
He's a great passing big man.
he is, but I'm saying like that's not his first option, bro.
I mean, that's no one's first option as not a point guard. You know, trying to get bucks.
I don't know, man.
What you mean? What you mean?
I don't like DeMarcus here, man. DeMarcus need to go find his own thing.
Need to retire, honestly.
Nah, he need to get healthy.
He tore his
Don't
Achilles in
forget
his
the
ACL. It's kind of raps.
Derrick Rose
That's-
tore both his. ACL,
He has 100 pounds on him.
MCL, like
He has 100 pounds on him.
so.
Derrick Rose this season is playing just as well as any season in his
I agree.
career.
Yeah.
Even I don't know if you saw this. They compared his MVP season to this season,
Similar.
and I know some people aren't a fan of per 36 minutes, but his stats were the same. Except he was actually shooting better this season.
His jumper is
free
fluid
ball
now.
has
Yeah,
gotten a lot better.
Derrick Rose had no business being in that game when he got hurt.
I agree. Tom
The game was
Thibodeau,
over.
Tom Thibodeau ruined him.
Ran
much-
to the floor. Man just played his starters too many minutes.
But at the same time, Derrick Rose is a little bit to blame for that too. Because you got, bro, you up. What was they up? It was up like 20?
Nah, it was like 18.
with like 2
18,
minutes
16.
or something.
Bro,
right?
18, 20, 2-point difference. They was
18,
up
16,
20.
whatever. They're up.
All right. And then what? It was like a minute left in the game? Or
Nah,
something
4.
Like that?
It was
Four-
garbage time.
Yeah,
We'll agree on
garbage
that.
time,
Yeah.
basically. Like, why are you going so hard? Not like saying like why are you going so hard, but
Yeah,
like
like,
bro, like
coach.
you won
Yeah.
the game. You know you got another important game coming up in the next couple of days. You feel me? Like
I don't blame him. He shouldn't have been in the game
what
in
you
the first
trying
place.
to go? What you trying to go down there and dunk on fools for?
Truthfully, I feel like that's part of the reason Tom Thibodeau isn't in the league anymore, because look at how he ran his team.
Yeah.
Whether it was Minnesota or Chicago, he played his starters like 37, 38 minutes a night.
Right.
And imagine if Kawhi played on that team. He'd be like asking out right now. Think about it. The players that played under Tom Thibodeau, all their careers ended way too early.
Mhm.
Luol Deng, you see how quickly that man was an all-star.
Right.
Dropped off a cliff. Why? Because he was getting too many minutes and his body didn't know how to react
He
to
was a very solid player.
He was. Carlos Boozer, solid player, dropped off a cliff. Joakim Noah, solid player, dropped off a cliff.
Yeah.
Common theme, all getting heavy minutes under Tom Thibodeau.
I feel like Joakim Noah was in a tough spot, bro, because he was in a league when like everything started to transition.
Right.
Like,
It's true.
He was getting MVP votes like 2014. Like
Yeah, that's nuts.
getting triple
Didn't he
doubles.
finish like 5th or 3rd
Yeah,
that
5th.
year in
Yeah,
MVP
it was
votes?
5th.
That's crazy.
A center? No, obviously I understand. Like,
Was he?
his
I thought he was
defensive.
more of a 4.
No, he was playing 5.
five?
Yeah.
Was Boozer starting with that team?
Boozer was.
Yeah.
So what the heck was Boozer then?
4.
And then Deng was 3.
They like the same height.
And then they,
Boozer's like 6'9". Joakim's 7 foot tall.
Joakim, you not about to tell me Joakim is 7 foot?
He's like 7 foot
Joakim's
6,
6'10",
6'11".
I believe.
Let me look it up right now.
I think Joakim's 6'10".
I got you right now.
You not about to tell me.
Boozer is 6'9".
I got you right now. You chatting.
I am chatting. That's what we do, bro.
I think Joakim is
6'11".
okay,
Basically 7 feet.
6'11".
Yeah. Now what?
Hey man, he's still not a footer.
Happens.
What's surprising y'all so far this season? Like what
Ooh.
surprised y'all most?
Surprise, like
Memphis.
players, team.
Memphis.
I mean, like just in general,
Memphis.
Memphis.
Yeah.
Like, what about Memphis? Are you talking like the way they're playing?
Yes.
now?
The
How
fact
well
that
they're
they're in the
playing.
playoff
Yeah.
race in the West
Yeah.
after
eighth seed
everyone
right now.
projects them
That
to
hasn't
be
been,
like
it hasn't been like that since Zebo and Marcus Gasol.
the
Right,
Grind
yeah.
Grizzlies. Yep.
I liked that Grizzlies team.
They were tough. They were
I
tough.
like
They're in the
that.
playoffs every single year.
They
That was a fun
tough.
team
And they
to
was
watch.
working people too. Like
First
they,
team
nobody
all
was
defense.
getting none. Tony Allen.
Couldn't get a
Nobody was
bucket, but
getting
he's
none
clamping
easy
him.
there.
You guys remember that Kobe said Tony Allen is the toughest defender I've ever had to face.
I believe it.
I believe it too. That man
Tony Allen is
underrated.
I know we said dogs a lot today, bro.
But he's a,
But Tony, he was a dog, bro. Like he's a straight dog, straight
For real.
savage.
The whole team was full of dogs. Zebo, bro.
Yeah. Defensively, that team was tough, bro.
Yeah.
Like they ain't care who you was. Like you come in the gym, we gonna give it to you. Like
That was
y'all
the
gonna
team
get
that
it.
upset the Spurs, right, in the playoffs? I believe so. If not,
I
I know
forget.
they
I'm
gave the
not gonna
Spurs
comment,
They gave-
a run for their money.
Yeah.
No, I think they did one year as the 8 seed. Or 7 seed.
Something like that.
I'll check it after.
I said, speaking of Memphis and Mike Conley, that's my biggest disappointment of the season. Because
Going to the Jazz now?
coming
Yep.
into the season, I thought that the Utah Jazz were going to be a sleeper pick for the finals.
I still think they are a sleeper pick. Are they going to make it? Probably not. But I
No.
think they're a sleeper pick.
Because if Mike Conley was playing well, if he was averaging 16 and 8,
He's been in and out of the lineup too.
He's been hurt.
he's been
yeah.
hurt. Not just hurt, but he also been playing horrible.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys saw his debut. It was like
Yeah.
Terrible.
something
Yeah.
to
For,
come.
like,
I
weeks-
think he shot 0 of 16 or something.
Yeah.
Or 1 of 15.
Yeah.
It was like something horrendous.
I had him in fantasy. I was like, what are you doing? What are you doing, my guy?
Did he sign there? Or did he get traded there?
he got
You
traded.
traded.
It was like Jay Crowder someone else. And
Bro, Jay Crowder should be getting dealt, bro. Just passing him around.
I seen a video on Twitter.
The little
You
kid
know
just
what I'm
passing
talking
around.
about?
Yeah.
how
had
Jay
the
Crowder
little
gets dealt
baby, and
every
they
day.
were like, do.
They're not lying though. Every trade deadline, Jay
Yeah.
Crowder's
He's played
name
for
is
like 7 teams already.
Yeah, exactly. It's wild.
It's crazy, man. What surprised you so far?
Definitely Memphis. I'm surprised to see that team was projected to be last running in the playoff race, while teams like Portland and San Antonio are trailing them. The Sixers surprised me in a bad way so far. And I'm not even surprised that lineup doesn't fit.
Nope.
Tobias Harris should be,
A 4.
in my opinion, a 4.
Nope.
Stretch 4.
Yep.
Horford should be a 5. And
Horford should not be on the team.
Is a 5.
Well, I mean,
Horford should not be on the team.
depends on where you're playing at, because Horford can be a 4 or 5.
He started out as a 4.
Stretch him.
He did.
If you're playing the Bucks and Giannis, I'd say you throw him at 4.
Yeah.
If you're playing a normal team that doesn't have a Giannis Antetokounmpo type, Horford belongs at center.
Yeah.
And I feel like, I hope the Sixers have picks for their sake, because you're going to need some to offload that contract. You do not want to be paying this man. He's going to be like, what, 37 years old, getting paid $28 million a year?
Yeah.
Wow, it's
That's
not.
crazy.
It's definitely one of the like rough contracts in the league. I'll tell you that.
I mean, is it more rough than how Atlanta had to play Carmelo?
Ugh.
They had him for
Atlanta
what, an hour,
had-
an hour and a half.
For like 30 minutes, bro.
Atlanta at that point, they're rebuilding. They'll do anything for picks.
I
You
need
know
to
what I
cop
mean?
me
They don't
a
care about their
Melo
cap space.
Atlanta jersey. Need to cop me one.
I can't wait until somebody like signs with Atlanta, because I know it's gonna happen eventually. Because Trae Young is making that team a little attractive right now.
I don't think anyone will.
Bro, somebody gotta do it.
No
They
one.
need another attraction. You know, what I mean, they have good young pieces, but no one's coming to play with John Collins and Capella. And Trae Young is a different story, obviously.
All I'm saying is they better not screw up and lose Trae.
It's true.
They
Same
will.
with the Suns and Booker.
Yeah.
Same with, I mean, they got D'Lo yesterday, but same with the Timberwolves and Towns. You got to keep your young players happy.
I think he's happy now.
That's
Towns.
the problem. These young teams are exposed to so much losing. These lottery picks just play for these bad franchises that never seem to get out of the dirt.
Right.
And then 6 years later, they're asking for trades. Look what AD did last summer.
The thing is though, with the Pelicans, they were like on the uprise.
Yeah.
They had some pieces, but AD kept getting hurt, and then DeMarcus Cousins kept getting hurt.
I feel like that trade was a win-win from both sides.
It was.
The Lakers get their guy. They're now competing for championships. The Pelicans, that is a great return. You got so many picks. Ingram, who's an all-star this year. Hart, decent piece off the bench. What more could you ask for?
Right.
I'm surprised that, not surprised, but I was a little taken back to see how well like Brandon Ingram was playing this year.
Yeah, I was too.
'Cause
I thought he was overrated as well.
I didn't think he was overrated. I just ain't know when he was going
Break out.
to break out,
Mm.
and seeing him like have his own team for a little bit, I like that.
He was striving.
I like
honestly.
that. He still is.
Yeah.
I mean, he still got a lot of work to do, but like I like what I'm seeing out of him this year for sure.
The thing with Ingram is, I actually read this article on him. He was never built for the LA Lights, and that's not his fault.
Yeah.
He's just that type of guy. He's not like very vocal. He likes to remain under the radar.
Yeah, hood
So his
baby,
family
low-key.
was so happy when they heard he was traded to the Pelicans, and he was too, because he's not going to get criticized as heavily. Think of it, when you're playing in LA, especially alongside LeBron, everything you do is magnified. You think anyone's knocking Kentavious Caldwell-Pope if he played for like the Cavs? No way.
Yeah.
It's just playing alongside LeBron. You have championship ambitions. Everything you do, every missed shot, every bad turnover,
It's your
it's
fault.
going to be amplified,
Yeah.
and it's your fault.
I think that's one of the reasons a lot of people would rather stay away from LeBron too, though. Because like whatever you do when you're on a LeBron James-led team, you're under the limelight. Like you could text your mom "Good morning," it's gonna be a TMZ story about it tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like the same thing with Kyrie.
Yeah.
He'll breathe, and the TMZ will make it into a story or something like that.
Like every little thing you do is under like a huge microscope. You gotta just
It's true.
It's crazy.
It's the package that comes with being a big star in not only the NBA, all of sports.
And like playing like when you playing basketball, like that's the last thing you want, because like it could be like a distraction.
Exactly.
And
It hurts your confidence.
They have
Yeah.
other things on their mind. Never mind like all of this off the court like nonsense that they all have to deal with. It's actually pretty draining, if
Yeah.
I'm being honest here.
Yeah,
Well, I
definitely.
mean, a lot of people don't realize that like these people are like human beings too.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I don't know. Like, yo, like, in what world does somebody play like a 48-minute basketball game? You feel me? Go and take a shower, and then like not even be able to take off their towel and put on their own clothes. You feel me? And
Gotta
they
answer
gotta
questions.
turn around to
Yeah.
a microphone in their face, like.
A dozen microphones
Yeah.
and like reporters who are like all
Excuse
up
me,
in
bro.
the
Like, can I put my drawers on before I go approach you?
And then they're just asking like stupid questions and rhetorical questions that you already know the answer to, you know?
That's
Like,
why
oh,
you see the sarcasm so much.
Did you guys win today or did y'all lose? Like, what happened?
What?
I think
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
The best interview is Torian Prince for Baylor. You know which one I'm talking about?
No, what happened?
They asked him when he was in college, like 2015. They're like, "How does Baylor get out rebounded by Yale or something?" And then he's like, "Well, you see, when the ball comes off the
Oh,
rim,
yeah.
he's like, you grab it and that's a rebound, and they got more of those than we did today." I think Torian's just a clown for that, and it's hilarious. You like to see them having fun with it once in a while.
I'm
Yo,
sorry,
my,
just wanted a Frosty.
That's one of my favorite memes. And then he goes to me, "I'm sorry, I just wanted a Frosty."
Isaiah Thomas got to get a job, man.
If I'm a contender, I look to pick him up. I think he would have been good on the Clippers.
I don't know if
Dirty.
they're doing him dirty or not, bro.
He's
I
proved
really
he can
can't
still
tell.
play.
All right, I'm
You
gonna put
disagree
it
with
this
that?
way. I haven't seen him play this year either.
With the
I haven't-
Wizards,
I haven't
this
seen
was a
a
good
lot-
opportunity.
I haven't seen a
He was
lot
given
of people
12 and
play
4.
this year.
12 and 4.
But I feel like I don't know if, bro, it's just weird because like 3 years ago he was a man in Boston. And
It's
now to
amazing.
see
He's
him
an
not
MVP
even be like a
candidate.
factor on a roster or not even be a thought on
Never
a
seen a
roster.
5'9" man like that close for an MVP vote.
Right.
Yeah.
Like Denver, they had him for like the whole year last year. They didn't even play him.
Like, bro, I know that little hip injury wasn't that bad. It couldn't have been that bad, bro.
I don't know, man. For a 5'9" dude, it kind of kills your speed. You know, he's not clipping like he used to. Think about it. He was averaging 29 something points
he
a
don't get the
game.
minutes though. He plays like how many? He plays like what 10, 15 minutes a game.
Probably, yeah.
He can't defend, so there's
I mean, he never could.
yeah. So, but he's not giving you offense like that either. So that's the
When is he on
problem.
floor?
I think his offense is still good. It's still serviceable.
Mm.
Obviously, we're not going to pretend he's the same player.
Yeah.
His offense, like I said, if I'm a contender, even if I'm the Lakers, I know they're probably going to sign Darren Collison.
Right.
Thomas is an upgrade over Rondo at this point,
Absolutely.
right?
Yeah.
So he shouldn't be without a job for too long.
I agree.
Who's the backup point guard on the Jazz? They could use a backup point guard, right?
I think it's Emmanuel Mudiay. I think
Isaiah Thomas, I'd rather take him over Moutier at this moment.
maybe I don't know.
I don't know. He gonna have to show me.
See what he's got still.
He gonna have to show me.
Well, I think on that note, they're gonna end it off. Well, thank you guys for watching the first episode of Give and Go Podcast, and we'll join you on the next one. Thank you.